Hi there, it's Jason Cheese, sales representative with the Price Real Estate team at Keller Williams Lifestyles Realty. And we're going to go over the December 2020 market update as we're heading through the holiday season and let you know what's kind of happened through November and what's been going on and maybe what we see coming in the near future for real estate in the London area. Let me tell you, it's still hot out there. I know it's getting cold, which is nice. It's nice to see a little white on the ground this time of year. I don't want a lot of it, just enough to make it festive. And the real estate market is still moving right along in London. The big thing we've been hearing about is the lack of inventory, and it's gotten even a little tighter. We did a search recently checking for active listings in London itself, and when we did that, we excluded any new builds or to be built, anything like that, and it was right around the 170 resale homes available. That's a pretty tight market for people to be working through. Now, a lot of factors can come into play with that. One of them being it's heading into the holiday season and people don't want their home listed for the holidays. I get it. COVID restrictions tightening up again. I know a lot of people don't want people going through their homes right now. And we still are seeing a lot of people come to London. There are still people moving to the area, which is just making the inventory crunch a little bit worse. But it doesn't mean you can't buy things. November, we had the highest sales number in a November on record in London. There were 854 home sales just in November alone, and that beat the previous records by over 200 during that month. What it means, though, is as new listings are hitting the market, they're selling almost immediately. We've got around an 87% new listing to sales ratio. So as new listings come on, that they sell pretty much right away. So if you're out there looking for a home, you just need to be on point and be able to get into them and be ready to make an offer, because that's basically what's happening. If you're a seller, this is something I got thinking of recently. If you've got an investment property or you've got a property sitting vacant that, you know, there are people out there that are having problems with certain ones and you just don't know what to do, we can help you with those things. We can answer questions. Maybe you've got a problem tenant and you need a little bit of help. There are ways to work through this, and there are people out there that are willing to take on your problems. If you just want to ask a few questions about those things, we're available to do that. We're going to look at some stats right now. The average price in London has been climbing steadily through the year. Year to date, it's $484,000. Now that's just the average. We want to kind of focus on the median price, which is the midpoint of all sales, and that number year to date is $450,000 in London. So that means half the sales in London are below that number. If you think that everything in London is selling for over $500,000, don't worry about that. There's still an opportunity for you in this market, so don't get discouraged. It may take a little bit longer just because of the way the inventory situation is, but you're definitely going to be able to get something, and so don't just close your mind off to those sort of things. Another one too, active listings, new listings. We were actually up in the month of November. It just doesn't show in the inventory because we're seeing so many sales. It's just a lot of good information coming out at this time of year, and I don't foresee this changing anytime in the near future, except maybe after the holidays. We do see a few more listings hit the market, which would be nice as people get past that. If you have any questions on this or you want to talk real estate, feel free to reach out to the Price Real Estate team at 519-663-9411 or info@pricerealestateteam.com.